didn't know this, but I attempted suicide a few times. I tried to do a drug and alcohol overdose. I just didn't want to live. I didn't feel like I could get sober. I didn't feel like I just felt like I couldn't escape everything. I couldn't escape the memories from the past. I couldn't escape the what I inflicted upon my children, as a result of my addiction. My husband, who I'm married to 37 years, what I took him through. It was just too much to bear looking at them. Until one day, I got so drunk I was in a blackout, and I hit your father, and ruptured the cornea, and his eye almost took his eye out, and they arrested me, and I went to jail, and my I called my mom and I said I need help, and she said, "Okay, what's the bail?" And I got bailed out, and I went straight to an AA meeting, and that was the best that I could do in that moment. I went to an AA meeting, and I have never stopped since. I will be celebrating 6 years of sobriety. And how I keep myself from the demons from the past, because that's the bigger issue. Like, how do you keep away from the demons, right, that possess you and that possess and take over your life? And so the way that I do it is, one, I go to meetings. One, I have a sponsor. Two, I have friends today that I have something in common with, that we believe in the same things. But most of all, before any of that, when I went to that AA meeting, a week from then, I went to the church that I was going to, and I gave my life to Christ. And so my journey over the last 6 years of recovery has been about putting God first, and my recovery second. And then comes everything else. Because if I don't have that in order, I can't live. And there's rituals that come along with that. Like, I don't know if you saw in my room, I have my books. I have my meditation that I do. I have the word that I read. That's what I do today. But I do one thing a step further from that. I prayed and I asked God, what would he have me do to deal with the demons? He put me in a neighborhood that I thought I would never be in. Gave me a facility to run a house with women who were just like me. And that's my calling right now, to work with women who were just like me.
Not to cut you off, Marvin. You also, I think you had said something about working also inside of a prison, and is that another
Yes.
thing that you do?
I have a ministry in the jail, in Flagler County Jail in Florida.
All right.
Yeah. I go in and I do a study called Heart of Addiction. And in that, I teach them about how to put God first and how to live as a Christian woman, but also how to live as a woman that has been through some things, that have been through rape, molestation, abandonment, whatever it is that they have gone through in their life, how to come up out of that through the study. So the study is called The Heart of Addiction, because it's the heart of everything that you've been through. And then the addiction has come in and taken over, okay, which has put you in a position where you don't know how to live. So my thing is to go in and to empower women and teach them how to live. That keeps me sober. That keeps me, in the right headset,
It gives you a sense of purpose, in a sense, every day of waking up and moving with a purpose other than a purpose to do, if you can do good.
Yes.
I understand completely.
Yeah.
You know, Mom, I just did 12 years in prison. That was probably really one of the roughest moments in my life.
Yeah.
It was nothing new from the way I grew up. You know, of course, I did my first bid when you lost me at 5 years old. When I was placed in BCW, and nobody, came for me as far as to your aid once you had gotten arrested. And for the viewers, and my mom had got caught up in a sweep in Southside Jamaica, Southton Boulevard, in the conjunction or connection to a police homicide.
The NYPD is honoring Officer Edward Byrne, who was shot and killed in the line of duty 35 years ago today in a case that shocked the nation.